Hi, this is Mom Thea, and today we will going to discuss about literature. So here is the outline for today's presentation. We have nature of literature, literature based on different POV or point of views, and literature as an art form focuses on imaginative literature. So are you ready? Alright. Dr. Rod Ellis, also known as the father of second language acquisition, describes literature as the verbal expression of human imagination. So a lot of poets na expresses their experiences, emotions, their imagination through writing. Dr. Rod Ellis also describes literature as one of the primary means by which a culture transmits itself. So culture is a term that is sometimes used to describe the social customs or traditions of a particular group of people. So hence it is really important not to stereotype or generalize people according to their practices, because some people take pride in their culture since it is the product of a long line of history. When authors express their culture, they do not just present a single idea or value, but rather demonstrates how their values play out in their daily life. So we have three natures of literature. The first one is literature as human expression. Literature can be defined as an expression of human feelings, thoughts, and ideas whose medium is the language, oral and written. Simply mean that literature is a vital record of what men have seen in their life, what they have experienced of it, what they have thought and felt about those aspects which have the most enduring interest for all of us. It is fundamentally expression of life through the medium of language. The second one is literature as human experience. So it is not only about human ideas, thoughts, and feelings, but also about the author's experiences. No, as what I've said earlier. So the human experience in literature contains themes about life and society that are relatable to us. So it opens the mind to old memories and allows people to relive their experiences, good or bad. So it also allows people to share human experiences through imagery in their mind. So the third one is literature as communication. So it can be a medium to communicate what they feel, think, or experience to their readers. Hence, literature is really important in day-to-day life because it connects individuals' thoughts and opinions. Now, let's move on to literature based on different points of views. The first one is literature is art. Yes, literature is art that shares a story and develops a theme for the readers and audience. For example, music is art, and poetry is also an art. The art of expressing emotions. Music is similar to poetry in terms of pattern and rhythm. Hence, the literature is also closely related to other art forms such as theater, painting, music, etc. The second one is literature is a language. Language and literature are two interrelated concepts, no? Language can be defined as the study of sounds, words, and sentences, whereas literature is the study of written works. The existence of literature is solely based on language. The third one is literature is aesthetic. So aesthetic is the science of beauty that governs all the arts. In literature, aesthetic has to do more with the beauty of expressing ideas and thoughts that are in written form. So how it is important to literature? So literature is meant to entertain. Hence, aesthetic quality is the soul of literature. So the fourth one is literature is fictional. Literature is created from the imagination. That is why most of the written works are fiction, such as novels, short stories, and novellas. However, literature as an art form can include works from the non-fiction genres such as biographies, diaries, memoirs, letters, and essays. So the fifth one is literature is expressive. Literature is expressive because it is the form of human expression in a way authors use language to communicate and conveys ideas and significant values and messages. So the sixth one is literature is affective. Yes, we all know literature or literary pieces have emotions and feelings conveyed to it. When describing a piece that makes the audiences feel something, one might use the word affective to describe it. If and only if, while reading, the audience feels something, then the book is indeed affective. The seventh and eighth one, literature is everything in print, and it means any writing can be categorized as literature. Take note, not just everything that are organized and written are considered as literature. Pieces that are expressed through words and spoken are also counted as literature. For example, oratory, speeches, slam poems, or spoken word poetries. Then mom, is blog considered a literature? Yes, blogs are literature. Actually, it is a relatively new genre of digital literary studies, especially today that technologies are evolving and improving. Yes, TV shows, movies, and films are also considered as literature because they can be analyzed and interpreted in the same way as traditional written literature. Now we are down to literature as an art form, focuses on imaginative literature. So imaginative literature is highly connotative, which means words that used in literary works have feelings and shades of meaning that words tend to evoke. So the primary approval of imaginative literature is the emotion. It always through affections of pleasures and sympathy. It interprets human experience by presenting actual truths about particular events. Hence, it uses symbols or symbolism in the presentation of the events to convey real-world situation or truths. For example, The Necklace by Guy de Maupassant. The characters or the setting of the story are all made up. However, the events of the story are presented as realistic as possible to make a perfect illusion of the real world. That is why imaginative literature is also called literature of power, in relation to the power of mind, the power of imagination to present actual truths that affect or influence readers' day-to-day life. I guess that would be all for today's presentation. Thank you.